Project Hail Mary is not the movie people are making it out to be. I watched this maybe 2 weeks ago, and here we are sitting down recording about it. And people are saying it is movie of the year. Keep in mind, we're literally in April. The movie came out, I think, in March. And people are already saying that this is going to be the best thing for this year. Do I agree with that? Not necessarily, because although it is a great movie, you still have other amazing projects coming out this year. And including, just off the top of my head, we have Odyssey, right? And that's Christopher Nolan, right? You know he's going to deliver. He always does. I mean, if his worst movie is Dark Knight Rises, then you have some comp, right? Is Project Hail Mary good? Yes. Is the character chemistry good? It is. And Ryan Gosling delivers, right? He has this dry, awkward humor throughout the whole movie. And it, even as a Ryan Gosling, I'm not a hater by any means, but I can tell you that he's not like amazing. He's not like a great actor. I think he does the job like decently well. Like for every movie, he doesn't come in and like maybe overact or like just doesn't stand out. He's a decent actor. He's pretty good, right? But I never expected a movie like Project Hail Mary, because you have the main characters being just Ryan Gosling being Ryan Gosling, and then a literal rock, right? And the character chemistry here is undeniable. And I would have never expected that, even from watching the trailer. And this kind of movie is something that grows on you over time. It's not something that I personally walked out of the movie theater saying like this is going to be like my favorite movie. A lot of people did. A lot of people had that reaction coming out. My friends did. Like you hear everybody online talking about how great the movie is. But we just have to keep in mind that we can't get too excited, too amped up over something like Project Hail Mary. I did, however, like the visuals. The visuals are great, and we can go into a little bit more of the story. From the very beginning, we find out he's a like science teacher for, it seemed like middle schooler kids, and they find out that the world is dying because of this, I would say like this chemical that's blocking the sun, something like that. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but that's kind of the gist of the story. And they're like, hey, Ryan, like you have a PhD, can you help us? And the whole thing, the whole time, we kind of get these flash forwards and these flashbacks of these two different separate timelines. And you see him up in space for one timeline, which is later, right, before he gets on the ship. And then it keeps cutting back to him being there on Earth and basically preparing for this mission. And it's great, right? And I like how you kind of switch back and forth. And I'm gonna get into spoilers now, so beware. But the plot twist is that you find out that when Ryan Gosling is having to sacrifice himself to save humanity, he is not for it, right? And you think that, like the whole movie, you go thinking that he's going to be the one to lay down his life for the rest of humanity. But that really wasn't the case. He was forced to, honestly. That was the plot twist. And it's crazy to think that that's like what was going to go down, because leading up until finding out about that plot twist, it's like you have no idea that that's going to happen. And his character arc, right? This is really what draws me to the movie the most, besides the friendship that goes down. The character arc doesn't occur on Earth. He's literally kidnapped and put into the spaceship, and he wakes up and like, of course he said no to the mission, but he was the only person that was qualified enough to go save planet Earth. So I really do love that aspect. That's what I find most valuable in the movie. And of course, I think what shines the most is the character chemistry between like The Rock and Grace, Ryan Gosling. And you really don't expect something like that to draw you into the movie, but the way they're able to kind of bounce off each other just throughout the movie is like, you fall in love with these characters and you're really emotionally invested into what is going to happen. And eventually you find out that there is a lot of life and death scenarios. And I can't remember off the top of my head The Rock's name, but he eventually lays down his life and sacrifices his life for Grace. And then Grace does the same thing back. And now you're like, okay, well, here's his character arc. It's not about, I'm going to leave you guys with this. It's not about being brave for yourself. They drop this line in the movie. It's about being brave from someone else. And that honestly just speaks so much volume. I think that's such a great message to put out. And it's different than the typical slop you get from movies where you just kind of hire these big top tier A actors to come out and sell the movie, sell these tickets. But you actually have Project Hail Mary coming in, making a good ass story and delivering with its writing. And all I can say is props to Project Hail Mary. They did a phenomenal job. And I am super excited. If you guys want to go read the book, because this is based off a book adaptation, and a lot of people are saying that the emotion is also conveyed really, really well in the books. So I'll leave you guys with that. But if you want to stay tuned, please go hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to be doing more of these videos. I love Charlie Penguin, so this is kind of like the vibe I'm going with here. So you'll see a mix of this and the podcast. But we'll see you guys next time. Peace.